And what's up, replay viewers? Where is it? There's my graphic. What's up, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Dan Harsman, first one in the room, and William out there in Brooklyn, welcome. Good to see you, Griff in Vancouver, Canada. And Ramona in North Carolina, welcome. Good to see you, Adam Wagner, and Dindin out there in Trinidad. Good to see you, Todd Scott. How do you turn tax into a drinking game? Try not to spend all your tax return money on alcohol, I guess. I don't know, Todd. Good to see you. Good to see you, ABX Girl and Jack Spencer, welcome. Good to see you, Sally Skipico, welcome. And Michelle King, good to see you. Good to see you, Jazz Dog and Mark Friedman, welcome. Good to see you, Robert T. and Waltery, welcome. Good to see you, Davina McNally, welcome. And RJ out there in Colorado, welcome. Good to see you, James Vegas and Janine, welcome. Good to see you, Shar Lynx Morris. Good to see everybody, people. Welcome to Midtown Manhattan here at the Apple Store, also known as the bathroom for me. Good to see you, Carlos, welcome. Good to see everybody, people, on this ridiculously nice day. Holy cow. Like Goldilocks weather. Not a hot day at all, Ethan. It's actually quite beautiful, Ethan, but it might be hot. I mean, if you don't like 70 degrees, it might be too hot for you. But good to see you, Ethan. Welcome. I love people who talk in reactions. Like, it's a beautiful day. It's a hot day. I don't like this. I like this. They talk in people who comment in reactions. Anyway, good to see you, Robert. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Let's get 50 likes in the room, and then we'll begin. We're gonna do 12,000 steps today, at least. And we're gonna go from Midtown Manhattan all the way to Lower Manhattan. Good to see a Land Rover 1965. Welcome. 30 likes in the box. 61 people watching. Let's get to 50 likes and activate the legs. We'll go through Washington Square Park today. We're gonna first start out along 5th Avenue. We're gonna go straight down 5th Avenue until Washington Square Park, and then we'll go through Washington Square Park, and then we'll probably head over to Broadway and take Broadway down into Lower Manhattan. Good to see you, Betty, out there in North Carolina. Welcome. All my North Carolinians are tuning in. Good to see you out there in North Carolina. And Robert Panillo, good to see everybody, people. Good to see you, Brian Bell, welcome. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Monday. I know I'm gonna have a fantastic Monday because when I end this live stream, I'm gonna see the Duchess in a beautiful dress, and we're gonna go over to the picnic pier, and I'm gonna have a drink. So I know today is gonna be a good day, regardless. Even if I was being eyeballed and intimidated on the N train, I don't know if I should tell you guys the story. Might as well. A whole bunch of Patriot Front people and Proud Boys are in town right now, for obvious reasons. Not going to go too much into it. And they came on the N train, and they had body cameras on, and they were just staring at people, intimidating people. And then one of them asked me, the tiny one, the thin one, asked me, what's the next stop on the train? And he was wearing a mask, and I told him, can you lower your mask? I can't understand you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I definitely pissed him off. But somebody else gave him the next stop. But my goodness, Michelle King with a $10 super chat. Michelle King, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 super chat. And Michelle King, thank you so much for buying my Metro card today. It is deeply appreciated. Thank you so much, Michelle King, with a big $10 super chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much. Todd Scott, technically my super chats the taxes are already taken out of my super chats when they come through YouTube here. Good to see you, Myrna, welcome. Good to see you, Edgar Gonzalez. Pierce, good to see you, Pierce. Jose Luis Torres, pa Puerto Rico, buenvenidos, Jose Torres. Let's get to 50 likes on the video. Let's activate the legs. 12:46 in the afternoon. The city is jumping. You could feel the energy. It's actually quite nice here in Midtown at the moment, so it's not too bad. But let's see what we see today, huh, kids? It should be a stone groove today here in the greatest city in the world, New York. But good to see everybody. Hope everyone's having a great Monday or Tuesday if you're out there in the bloody hell. Good to see you there, Nadine Smith. Steve Cruz, man, you've been way too kind. And Steve Cruz with a $50 super chat. Steve Cruz, thank you so much for that extremely generous $50 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $50 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $50 super chat. And Steve Cruz, you have bought drinks for me and the Duchess at the picnic pier, and you also got our express bus ride home. So. Thank you, Steve Cruz. You have been really kind all this month, and I really do appreciate it, Steve. So Steve Cruz is definitely the man out there in the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana. Steve Cruz, thank you so much for that extremely generous $50 super chat. Let me entertain you. Let me entertain you, please. That's what I'm going to be here for. We're looking at the Plaza Hotel. And just behind it, the narrowest skyscraper in the world. You can see the narrowest skyscraper in the world. They're cleaning the windows. The window washing boom is out. But thank you so much, Steve. I really do appreciate that. And I'm going to entertain the hell out of you right now. I'm going to entertain the hell out of you right now. Because Steve Cruz gave us a $50 super chat, we're just going to start walking before we hit 50 likes on the video. Before we hit 50 likes. 12,000 steps, gonna walk about, what, 4.5, maybe 5 miles. We tend to do 5, so 5 miles. And bloody hell, Jack Spencer, Jesus Christ, Jack Spencer with a $20 super chat. Jack Spencer, thank you so much for the very generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 4 times today. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $20. You guys have bought my drinks, you guys have bought my Subways. And my express bus fares. Thank you so much, Jack Spencer. Again, you've been very kind to the chat too, and to the broadcast. You guys are absolutely knocking it out of the park today, and we're only 10 minutes and barely 10 minutes into the stream. So, thank you guys so much. I think we might have to stop for a snack along the way. Who knows? I might get some ice cream along the way. I just had my Dunkin' Donuts, so I am full of sugar. I am full of sugar and caffeine. Frank Dina, good to see you, Frank. Welcome to Midtown. For the most part today, we'll be walking south. So we're going to be walking south. Ooh, look, Florida plates on that. Good to see you, Brian Davis. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Okay, we're going to cross the street because up ahead, it is a frozen zone up ahead. I don't want to stay far away from that. But yeah, already in t-shirts. Did not even bother to bring my hoodie. Did not even bother to bring my hoodie. Look at this empty Fifth Avenue. Oh my Lord. A great day to hop on a bike and ride around. Look at this, New York, man. New York. The hustle and the bustle. The city's so nice they named it 2 times. The beautiful Tiffany and Company, right there. And off we go. I'm going to get back on this side, the other side of the street, because it's shade over there. I have a feeling today's at that special temperature where if the phone gets heated up, it's going to dim on me. I don't want the phone to dim on me. And Ramona with a $20 super chat. Ramona, thank you so much for the very generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 4 times today. Much, much, much appreciated, Ramona. With a big $20 super chat. My goodness. That is very kind of you, Ramona. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. I know, did we hit 100 already? We hit $100 already. Thank you so much there. Thank you so much there, Ramona. Much, much, much appreciated. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank all the channel members and all that stuff. Without the channel members, we would not be able to do this. It's not far too warm, Jim. It's perfect. Good to see you, Jim. Good to see you, Coney Island, Jim. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Let's do it. Let's wander down Fifth Avenue here. And let's see the scene. I love it. I love New York. I love it. Look at this. This craziness over here at one of the 7 circles of hell here. Look at it. Everyone's live streaming. Everyone taking videos and shit. Good to see you, Jeremy. Welcome. And then this is the, This is the press box. Okay, we got to get around the press box here. Yeah, we got to go around the press box here. They're all set up here at the end of 56th Street. So we're going to death-defyingly cross 56th Street. Yes, it was, Steve. Yes, it was. Yeah. Good to see you, Sean. Sean of Bagels and Walks. Everyone follow Bagels and Walks. Great live streamer from the Upper East Side. Hope you're doing well, Sean. Hope you and the kiddo and the family are doing well. Hope everyone's doing well on this Monday. Wow, the press box is big. You gotta get really far around this thing. But of course, everybody is here. At least the cell connection's really good right here. I thought the cell connection was gonna be shit. So the barriers is for a couple of reasons. Across the street is Trump Tower. And of course, the dear leader is in town at court right now. And then this right here, this is like the main press box. So basically what they do is they wrangle all the members of the press into a box, or a corral, if you will, so they could all broadcast from basically the same spot and get their shot. Okay, so we can go straight here. So what we're gonna do is we'll get back into the shade across the street here, and I'll show you guys the press box here. Ooh, we got not one but two live view solos. Ooh. Yes. You gotta walk in the street, okay. Going into the streets. Into the street they go. I don't recommend that, by the way. And look, he's gonna realize that he has to go all the way the fuck back there. Beautiful, Frank, beautiful day in New York. Good to see you, CB Earth Day, welcome. Oh my God, we got congestion pricing boom camera over there. The congestion pricing boom is just down the way over there. But it is a beautiful day here in New York. May I dare say Goldilocks weather. May I dare say Goldilocks weather. But I'm going to make sure I'm in the shade here because I could already tell the phone is dimming. Alberto Forzoli, buongiorno Italy. Good to see our Alberto. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, this is another corral for the press right here. So, I know downtown's like a complete shit show. And no, we're not going to go anywhere near the courtroom. We're going to stay probably a block or two to the west of that. Because I know if I get too close to that court, it's going to destroy the cell phone signal. So, well, good to see everybody. Oh, he's advertising an art exhibit. That's cool. Like, is he protesting anything? No, it's an art exhibit. It's an art exhibit. But let me entertain you. Good to see you, Joe Hernandez. Welcome. Getting into the stride now. Getting into the stride. You're going to see an awful lot of New York today on the live stream. From Midtown to Lower Manhattan, we'll be finishing our little sojourn through the city. Down at the Oculus. Oh my God, Myrna, they're all around, Myrna. The K9 dogs are all around. And the undercover cops, they blend in with all of us, so they're definitely out. They are definitely out. Get the beautiful MoMA Tower right there. If anyone wants to super chat me an apartment in the MoMA Tower, it's this cool triangular building right here. The apartments in that building are just amazing. And now we're getting back into normal, a normal Fifth Avenue. Yes, exactly, Todd. You want to play a good weather in New York City bingo game? Yeah. But it is pretty out here. It is really, really nice. I'm looking forward to going out to the pier, to the picnic pier as it's called. So the Duchess is going to be dressed up to the nines when I meet up with her, and we're going to have, well, I'm going to have a drink. Good to see you, Soho Joe. Welcome. And Stephanie Gray, welcome. The Duchess is not with me, but she's watching at home. Good to see you, Stephanie Gray and Soho Joe. Welcome. Oh yeah, in the sun, it's like warm. In the sun, it is warm. And there goes the phone. The phone is dimming. If I miss a comment, sorry about that, guys. Phone's a little dim. A little tough for me to read the comments when the phone dims out like this. I'm gonna have to upgrade soon. It is gorgeous outside, Stephanie, absolutely. It's like 5 degrees above Goldilocks weather. Of course we got bikes with trailers out here, Myrna. A lot of deliveries are made with bikes on trailers. So, and now we're gonna have like these little like mini trucks that are like bicycles. Andy Smith, good to see you. This is so awesome. You're more than welcome, Andy. Make sure to hit the like button so more people can find this nonsense. The House of Cartier, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, and the bells of St. Patrick's. Oh no, actually the church behind me, one of them Presbyterian churches. Exactly, no, definitely feels hotter in the sun, Sean. Absolutely. Definitely feels warmer in the sun. Amir, or Admir Music, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And when you get out in the sun, it's like, it's warm. But if you're in the shade, it's really nice. I tell you, this is good drinking weather. This is the best drinking weather, guys. Get yourself a cold beer in a shady seat, and you're good to go. Good to see you, Darlene. Welcome. Oh my God, modding from jury duty. Good to see you out there. Hopefully they don't pick you there. Hopefully they don't pick you there, Darlene. I always say just make crazy faces when you go to jury duty selection. Just make crazy faces, like try to look unstable, and you'll get off. Good to see you, Sandra. Welcome. The weather is clear, yeah. Weather is super, super clear. Not a few clouds in the sky. Atlas across the street holding up the universe as always. Adam Wagner, that's what you got. You got a tall boy out. Adam, drink him if you got him, my friend. Adam, drink him if you got him. Have a tall boy for me. Good to see you, Cynthia. What are you saying there? Ah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, me neither. I hope you don't get picked. I hope you don't get selected for jury duty. I was supposed to go to jury duty right when the pandemic was supposed to hit, and they have still yet to send me a letter. Me and my dad were supposed to go to jury duty at the same time, so it would have been fun. I just always like make crazy faces and stuff. Oh, how are we supposed to cross here? Show me you've never been to New York without telling me you've never been to New York. Here's a great example. They're like in a line here waiting to cross Fifth Avenue. It's kind of funny. Are they giving away something for free? Anyway. Yes, we're now in front of Saks Fifth Avenue. Look at that, all right, let's get a quick look. What happened to the tree? Somebody stole the Christmas tree. Rockefeller Center right here. And then we got a cool Lamborghini here from Montana. Damn, they drove far. They drove from Montana. Let's see the parking skills here. Oh yeah. Like my energy there, Andy? I appreciate that. Let's see. I like how the rickshaw driver's just like hanging tough. He's hanging tough like the new kids on the block. There they go. Yeah, DJ Scratch and Sniff on the one. Can you feel the energy? I wish I could just walk around with Gabber music playing all the time. Good to see you, Rouge Jones. Welcome. That's right, Darlene. That's right, Darlene. Ooh, bloody hell! He almost hit that. That cyclist almost ate it with the convertible. Lived there for 10 years, Frank, in Montana. Nice. I heard it's beautiful up there. I want to go live stream up there sometime. Yes. You know, it must be torture to drive a car like that in New York because you can only go like 20 miles an hour. The illegal Chinese scooters have a faster acceleration than that Lamborghini here in New York. Anyway, good to see you, ICU, out there in Georgia. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. Luckily, they made my coffee nice and strong. Zutro, good to see you. My coffee was nice and strong. So this live stream powered off of caffeine and sugar. But it is really nice out here. Great minds think alike, welcome. It's a lovely day in New York, yes it is. These are the kind of days where it's like, I will take the winter, I will take the boiling hot summers. This is nice weather. Good to see you, Lee, good to see you, Victoria Martinez out there in Texas. Welcome. Good to see everyone. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in to help more people find the broadcast. Oh, do you feel like it? Andy, you never know. We might see Superman or Spider-Man or Wonder Woman. You never know. You never know what we're going to see when we do these live streams. Exactly, Cynthia. Absolutely. Good to see you. Sunshine after the rain. Welcome. A beautiful day indeed. I have a feeling when we get to Washington Square Park, it's going to be like jumping down there. It's going to be jumping down there, I have a feeling. Good to see you there, folks from around New York. What was that amazing or what? That was a true New York moment. That was a true New York moment. A couple of live streams ago, ladies and gentlemen, we had a random person save a possum that was hit by the pit. It wasn't been hit by a car, but the possum was kind of struggling in the middle of a very crowded and congested street. It was actually an off-ramp from the Holland Tunnel. And a random person, a woman came out of nowhere, took off her rather expensive looking jacket, cradled the possum and rescued the possum. And I'm happy to report that nobody stole her bag. She didn't leave her bag like across the street. But it was pretty cool. I should turn it into a YouTube short, that's true. That's a good idea, photos from around New York. I should turn it into a short. Yeah. Right, the car. He's stuck. The car is stuck, people. It might get picked up by a daily dose of good things. That's true. I never thought about that. Yeah, a lot of possums in Staten Island. Yes, indeed, Adam. I always say there's still some good in the world. You know, we could all be very pessimistic for where this society of humans is going, but every now and then you do have things of hope, people and places that give you hope. So, picked up by the dodo, yeah. Yeah, I gotta turn it into a short. I'm gonna do that tonight. Do they eat ticks, Daniel? Good to see you. Good to see you, Daniel in Vermont. Good to see everybody, people. Little Poots, good to see you. The bad is always louder, but the good is, you know, oh my God, Little Poots. Amen. That is so true. Little Poots, thanks for following me over on Twitter, by the way. Ah, awesome, Stephanie. I mean, a lot of the possums live in like the marshland over there by Canarsie and Starrett City. Pedro Diaz, good to see you. Pedro, did you give me a PayPal yesterday? Thank you so much for your PayPal. Had a Pedro Diaz give me a PayPal yesterday. Much, much, much appreciated. Well, yeah, Little Poots put it so correct. The bad is always louder than the good. Possums are helpful to the environment. They look like giant rats, but yeah. They are helpful to the environment. Ooh, look at this. We got some yellow tulips out. When's the next solar eclipse? It depends on what part of the world you're talking about, Jeremy. Please consult Google for a proper answer. I think in like 2 years or 18 months or something like that, we're going to get another eclipse somewhere here on the Earth. Yes, indeed, photos. Yeah, I'll be hitting up that interactive art installation sometime this week. Yeah, we'll be going inside of a giant balloon, everybody. They have a whole building that's a balloon over at Lincoln Center. So we're going to try to hit that up on Wednesday. But Pedro, I appreciate your PayPal donation. Deeply appreciate it. Nobody does that for the rats. No, they do not, Jack. Possums are big, though. Possums are like the size of cats, you know? They're big. There you go. Next solar eclipse in North America, 2044. See, look at it. The chat always has the answer. Okay, Google. When's the next solar eclipse in North America? Alexa, when is the next solar eclipse in North America? The trees are beginning to turn green. It's that time of spring when everything is really beginning to turn. Look at that. The main branch of the New York Public Library. There's a Ghostbusters filming location. Welcome to 42nd Street. The Deuce. The Deuce. We're on it, baby. 42nd Street, Times Square, just a few blocks down that way. Next solar soda. Oh my God. Okay, so Little Poots. There is the next total solar eclipse here in the 5 boroughs is on May 1st, 2079. And it's a sunrise eclipse. So the sun is going to rise over Coney, and Coney Island will be on the center line. The sun's going to rise, and then about 20 minutes after sunrise, the sun will be eclipsed by the moon. I hope to be 100 years old and live streaming that for you guys. There's one in 2045 in Northern California that goes down to Orlando. Yeah, I saw that. Did I activate all your Alexas? That's good. That's my job. That woman was nice to help, by the way. Yeah. That was like such a New York moment. She came out of nowhere. She put down her bags. she took off her, I think, rather expensive coat. It might have been cheap. I don't know. It looked expensive. She wrapped up the possum in her jacket, took the possum to safety, and then she just disappeared. She literally said, I gotta go catch a cab. And she disappeared into the street. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. That's the magic of the live stream. You never know what you're gonna see. So, yeah. Maybe I go down to Orlando, Florida in 2045. Live stream the eclipse. Hopefully by that time we're live streaming in an RV and me and the Duchess are traveling the country without chihuahuas. That's the ultimate goal to this YouTube channel, is to eventually get an RV and just travel the country with chihuahuas. That's what we want. Keep on hitting that like button so more people can find the broadcast, everybody. Let's keep the 2/3 ratio at bay. Nice breeze coming up 5th Avenue here. Good to see you, Diana Lee in London. And DeBailey, Deb's out there in London. All my Londoners here. Good to see you out there in London, ladies. Thanks for tuning on in. Just getting warmed up here, making our way down 5th Avenue. Coming up to the Empire State Building in a few blocks. We're going south for the most part today. Yeah, Cynthia, that's the idea, Cynthia. That's the dream. To just be in an RV and travel the country with chihuahuas and have you guys all along the journey with us the whole way. But look at, when you get the tulips like this, just like budding out everywhere, it's like, this is what New York is like. It's like peak New York. Everyone has a little bit of extra little spring in their step, pardon the pun. And it's nice. Good to see you, Kurt. What do you say there, Kurt? Such a well-told possum story. Hilarious. Got it. Yeah, I know. My God, Kurt. Kurt, she came out of nowhere. And then she's like, somebody has to call somebody. And then she took control. She took off her jacket. She put her bags down. She took off her jacket. And then she went right out into the middle of the street, which is, by the way, a really active street. Look, you can see that ugly building. This is the ugly building that nobody likes. That's ruining the view of the Empire State Building. Look at how big some of those floors are in the upper part of the building. Supposedly that building only has like 35 apartments. But that's the infamous building that blocks the Empire State Building from the south. Did she take it to... No, Stephanie. She basically just put the possum off to the side, and there was like a little triangle park there, and she put the possum into the grass. And then she's like, I gotta go get a cab, and she disappeared. Empire State Building coming into view. There it is. And I hope somebody called some kind of wildlife rescue place. Gotta love those old buildings, Frank. Gotta love the old architecture squeezed in with the new. It's always really pretty. It's the magic of New York. That's what Jane Jacobs said. The mix of old buildings with new buildings and green space create a nice neighborhood. One of my favorite New Yorkers, Jane Jacobs. We're coming up to 36th Street and 5th Avenue. And at 385 5th Avenue, this was the office where the Gilgo Beach murderer had his office, right here. Good to see you, Natasha. Welcome. And it's tax day. Yes, indeed. This is when I'm reminded that it kind of sucks sometimes to be your own boss as an independent contractor. My taxes went up quite a bit in 2018 because I file a 1099. So look at that beautiful Empire State Building right there. Oh my goodness. Doesn't get better than that, guys. Does not get better than that. Here's the Gilgo Beach murderer's office building right there. So a 1099 is a tax form for independent contractors. Most people file a W-2 or a W-4. And with some of the other companies I work with, I do file a W-4. But a 1099 is for like independent contractors or like, you know, like the boss, if you will. So I am my own boss at most of my tour guiding jobs. So thus I file a 1099. And because I'm an independent contractor, back in 2018, my taxes went up quite substantially. Empire State Building right there. Looks pretty. Look at the sun shining off it. Oh my goodness. This is what New York is all about. Okay. Yeah, Deb. Taxes are supposedly getting easier to fill out. I'm gonna try to self-do my taxes next year, but this is the last year I'm doing it with an accountant that I pay way too much money for. So it's a beautiful day, CB Earth Day. Beautiful, beautiful. I think Earth Day is coming up, right? Earth Day is coming up. There's a bunch of events for car-free Earth Day here in New York. I want to hit up one of them. So that's coming up. There's so much stuff coming up. The Duchess alerted me to a really cool art exhibit along the High Line. So we'll be going to a really cool art gallery probably this week. 34th Street, 5th Avenue, right across the street from the Empire State Building. How pretty that is. Wow. That is something else. It's New York. They got tall buildings here. Man, they don't got that in Nebraska. We're about a block over from Macy's and all that good stuff. Macy's is right down yonder. Got a classic case of gridlock here. This is what gridlock looks like. No, Diana. No, it doesn't work like that, Diana. No, those are just 1099 is a tax form, and then we have W-2s and W-4s, and I don't know the other tax forms. There's a bunch of them. Yay! It's going to be a stormy day up there in the Northeast. Well, stay dry. I know there's thunder showers passing just to the north from here. The short guy, yeah, there's another form, a 1040. I don't know how the numbering system exactly works, but I know what I file. And I did my taxes already, so today's not really tax day. Tax day was like, what was it now? Like maybe a month and a half ago. A lovely day, Michelle King. I'm glad you're enjoying. Thanks for sponsoring the live stream today. Thank you to everybody who has super chatted today. all the channel members, everyone who hit the like button on the video. It is much, much, much appreciated. I have a feeling by the end of today I'm going to have a suntan. Today's one of those days where I could just feel it. It's okay, John. Keep on hitting that like button, guys. Keep on hitting that like button so more people can find this broadcast. That's already been squashed, Cynthia. That story has already come out and been squashed. The MTA is not going to charge the Roadrunners Club to have people charge off the marathon. And that story has been resolved for about a week now. I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but the MTA was serious. But then they rescinded after the mayor's office approached them. Me too, short guy, me too. No, these are the best days in New York. I mean, it's like, it's nice, it's warm, but it's not hot. And also all the tourists haven't gotten here yet, so it's actually kind of like, you can see like we could like walk. So, but give it like 6 weeks and it's gonna be crowded and all that. I thought I had off tomorrow. I gotta go into work tomorrow. So I get to go into work tomorrow and do my show. Good to see you, Phyllis, welcome. There you go, Random Exploring. Yes, April 22nd is Earth Day. Adam Wagner asks, do I have to fill out a 709 form for gifts? And no, Adam, no. I forget what YouTube, I want to say it's a W-4. YouTube already takes the taxes out of my super chats. And then at the end of the year, they send me my, my tax form. So they take taxes out of that already. I think it's a W-4 they give me. I forget. Do spring over fall due to tourist factor? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Kurt. Will there be any Cinco de Mayo events? There probably will be. Don't know about any just yet. Now, hopefully no stingers. No. You love spring? Yes, indeed. But yeah, YouTube sends me a tax form. They make it so easy, you know. The whole thing, the only thing I really don't cover is PayPal. PayPal, because PayPal is considered donations, they're tax free. So, and I don't generate enough money strictly through my PayPal to trigger any kind of like, you know, paying back of taxes. And plus the 1099 that I file with the two companies I work for, that more than covers whatever money I make on PayPal. So that's all considered donations and they're tax-free. But super chats are taxed. Yeah, there's going to be a few 420 festivals, Jack. Yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of events for 420 coming up. I think there's going to be one happening over in Washington Square Park, if I'm not mistaken. So there's stuff going on. Oh, we're here at the building that nobody likes. So we're on 29th Street here in 5th Avenue. And this is the building nobody likes. This is the apartment building that blocks the view of the Empire State Building to the south. And again, it's like 36 apartments in the whole building. But there's Empire State Building right there. But yeah. Nobody likes that building. Every now and then, every few years, we get a building that that's universally hated by New Yorkers. You know, recently it was like we call it the cheese grater building over in Chinatown, and now it's this building here along 5th Avenue. Yeah, Washington Square Park. That's true, Be the Travel. Yeah, every day is a party. Yeah, nobody likes that building. When we get to the Flatiron building, I could show you how it ruins the view. But every few years, there's a building that we all hate. And New Yorkers come together to universally hate. Susan Ingalls, good to see you. Just out from the dentist. Nice. I gotta go to the dentist soon too, Susan, so hope it wasn't too bad, Susan. Gotta be a little aggressive there trying to cross the street. As we are now officially in the Flatiron District. We're south of 30th Street now. Coming up to 27th Street. Flatiron Building is coming into view. It's behind scaffolding. Yeah, exactly, Cynthia. You know, the view of the Empire State Building along Fifth Avenue. You see it's already being blocked now. This view is a historic view. This is a view that a lot of photographers have taken over the years. And it's a very, historic view here because you have all these different types of architecture along the way here. And it's a shame that future photographers are not going to be able to have that pleasure. Yeah, it doesn't even match the architecture. It's not done yet. The building that's blocking everything is not done yet. They haven't put the facade on the building just yet. But it's going to stick out. I mean, maybe it'll create cool reflections of the sun at certain times of day. But for the most part, it just completely kills the view of the Empire State Building. Not too bad, Susan? Good. Bat Lady, good to see you. Welcome. Well, they're doing some major construction down here. Yeah, very narrow walkway. They're doing a lot of construction here on the sidewalk. Oh, is this the Museum of Math? I always wondered where this place was. 26th and 5th. All right, we'll wander in there. Let's go to Madison Square Park coming up next. The original site of Madison Square Garden. Pet peeve? Yeah, Cynthia. Sometimes it's not fun, Cynthia, to walk in those narrow places. But let's enter Madison Square Park. The trees are still blooming in here. Look at that. Beautiful pinks. Good to see you, Rolo. Welcome. And the sky is beautiful. Look at this. This is peak New York City right here. Everybody's out picnicking. All we need is like a musician now. Look how pretty these trees are. Wow. Of course, Madison Square Park, the original location of Madison Square Garden. This is really nice. This is like peak New York. Peak New York today. This is why I live here, guys. This is why I'm willing to pay more than 50% of my total income to live here. And coming up, I think it's going to be by the end of this week or next week, the Cherry Esplanade over in the Brooklyn Botanical Garden should begin blooming. So we are going to see that. And I cannot wait to bring you back to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden for that next round of blossoming trees. I know, beautiful, Dan. Good to see you, Karel, out there in Czech Republic. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great afternoon, evening. I know, Michelle, it's beautiful, Michelle, to see all these trees. Yeah, it is nice to see people picnicking, and I mean, that's what New York is all about. It's about, getting together and that communal experience. It's really nice. Jay Chulo. Good to see you, Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right there. That's a Flatiron building, by the way, right there. The dogs are out. All the lucky people have dogs. Mr. Gansevoort, no doubt, having a great day. walking the High Line. Or he's staring out the window of his pre-war apartment. See, this is what we miss. See, look, I had the whole jazz band right here. This is the magic. You come around, you hear a jazz band playing. I have a feeling there's going to be some bands playing over in Washington State Dog Park here in Madison Square Park. It's really nice. Right there. Had a bit of a signal hiccup. Might need to hit the live button again. Make sure that you're caught up with the broadcast. It's not jazz without flute, yes. Strajahan Bazarin, your dog died about 2 months ago and you're still brokenhearted. I'm so sorry to hear that. My deepest condolences. Oscar Contreras, huepa, Puerto Rico, bienvenidos, Oscar Contreras. See, look at that. Look at how that building completely ruins. The Empire State Building is supposed to be right there, but this ugly building just kills it. Really kills the view. And this is like a historic view. And then likewise, from the Empire State Building, you could no longer see the Flatiron Building. You used to be able to see the Flatiron Building. Made for a great picture because people will always say, is that the Flatiron Building right there in the shot? And it is. Current weather conditions, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, with the winds blowing out of the west at 12 miles an hour. Current relative humidity, a nice and dry 27%. We're going to continue down 5th Avenue. And our next major location will be Washington Square Park. Keep on hitting that like button. Can we get to 280 likes? Come on, baby. Barely 50% of you guys have hit the like button. So hit that like button. Or you hit the dislike button. That works too. That works too. Hopefully, eventually they'll take the scaffolding off the Flatiron Building here. Hopefully. Eventually. In the future. Good to see Karen Smith joining from work out there in Colorado. Hope you're not working too hard. Colleen is checking on in out there in Cyprus. Good to see you, Colleen. Hope everyone's having a great day. So yes, the Flatiron Building, for some reason, I forgot the exact story, it went up to auction, and then the person who won the Flatiron Building at auction, like a day or two after the sale was completed, he disappeared. So that's technically the Flatiron has like no owner, or it's in like a weird, it's in a weird limbo state. Dan the Man, welcome. Losing a pet is awful. It's like losing a child. It's very sad. Let's see. Keep on hitting that like button. Only wow, 168 likes and 261 watching. We got to get this like ratio up, guys. We're just going to Lower Manhattan photos. Nothing special today. We started at the Apple Store on 59th Street and 5th Avenue, and we're taking 5th Avenue all the way down to Washington Square Park right now. And then eventually we'll make our way down. We're going to complete our tour at the Oculus today. That's where I'm meeting up with the Duchess. And then we're going to go to have our little Monday date day and head down to the picnic pier at Pier 15 at the Watermark. That is the plan today. 245 people watching, 174 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. Let's get to 245. Come on, guys. We were up to 281 before. But when I do the call to action, 20 people immediately tune out. Good to see you there, Linda Gonzalez out there in Venezuela. Buenvenidos. I will enjoy the date. I might do a short video. So, photos from around New York. I've actually tried the Apple Vision Pro. Boy, that is a gimmick. I don't see myself using that on the regular basis. I have seen people live stream with the Apple Vision Pro. It's really dumb. I don't need it. I don't have the money for it. So, yeah. Moni M from Germany. Guten Tag. Love Lower Manhattan. Me too. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I tried Apple Vision. I've tried the Apple Vision Pro, and it's just a dumb gimmick. You know, it's like, ooh, I could have screens in front of me and swipe away, and yeah, I have an iPhone I can stick in front of me, so it's fine. I don't need Apple Vision Pro, but I've tried it. It's kind of dumb. Good to see you, Keith. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great on this Monday. Just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. Ooh, now the phone's really dimming because we're in the sun. Gary, good to see ya. Nice to see your favorite city. Did they ruin the view at Madison Square Park? I mean, that new building, yeah, Gary, that new building ruined the view of the Empire State Building. But as for Madison Square Park, it's quite beautiful. The trees, we just walked through there. The trees are blossoming and the dogs are out. I'm gonna do my best to stay in the shade because the phone does not like the direct sunlight right now. It is a little warm, so that's the screen dims. Plus, it makes it a little hard for me to read the chat when the screen dims. Making our way south along 5th Avenue. What are we at now? 18th Street. Wow, we're making good time. We went from 59th Street to 8th Street along 5th Avenue in exactly an hour. So we are making really good time today. Got to meet up with the Duchess at the Oculus at 3:30. So if we have a little bit extra time, we'll do a little loop around the World Trade Center. Another nice long walk for y'all today. Yes, indeed. That's the guy who sells the Taylor Swift photos.
I could take
Come on, guys. You guys slowing down on the like button now. You guys are tuning in and tuning out. Keep on hitting that like button. Is Marty on? No, he's not, Dan. No, he's not. A lot of the Periscope people don't like YouTube for whatever reason. And some of them are going back to doing Twitter Live. So, which I don't recommend that, because if you want to live stream on Twitter, you got, the viewer has to pay $8 a month to comment, which I think is just ridiculous. Instead, you could be a member of my channel for $5 a month. But you could always comment for free here. So, but unfortunately, a lot of the Periscope people do not like YouTube for whatever reason. Yeah, it is a ripoff. It's the way Elon Musk is going to save money, keeping that sinking ship alive. So let's not go into another Twitter rant. I did that yesterday. Yeah, so much for free speech. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, 16th Street. Approaching 16th Street. Already approaching 14th Street. Only 2 more blocks and we're at 14th Street. Making good time today. Making good time. And hopefully this breeze will cool off the phone so that the screen can undim itself. But one thing I can't stand about live streaming as of late, the dimming of the phone. Couldn't ask for a nicer day. Yeah, it's really nice out. Really nice out. Let's hit 240 likes, 250 likes. Only 184 likes are in the box at a 250. Oh, damn. That's some good music playing there. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's New York. You got the music playing, riding a bike, in the sunshine. You've got a good song playing right there. I'm like, I'm down with that. I want to go ride a bike and playing some music. All right, 15th Street. 15th Street, everybody. Wah. Good to see you, Michelle, out there in the great state of Oregon. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. She's really going out into the middle of the street to hail that taxi. The electric bikes are pretty fast, yeah. They might need to do work at night. Yeah, no, Bat Lady, sometimes depending on the type of infrastructure they're working on, they have no choice but to work in the middle of the day. For various reasons, because a lot of these buildings here are residential. They do have limits sometimes on when construction can happen. So with some of these more posh buildings, they kind of limit construction to the daytime so nobody's disturbed at night. So it all depends. Sometimes you also have emergency work, emergency infrastructure work you have to do. So then it has to get done whenever they could do it. So. The Artisan Flower Shop Cafe right across the street. I highly recommend going there. This is a flower shop, but in the back of it is a coffee house, it's a cafe. And it's so pretty to have a coffee in there. It's so chill. I highly recommend grabbing a coffee from there and maybe taking an Instagram with your loved one. Good to see you, Mary Lily. 88 degrees in Eastern North Carolina. Mary Lily, turn on the air conditioning. That's nice and warm, Mary. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning on in. Miss Cecilia, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well on this Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy days of all days. Ian, good to see you. Just got back from the park there in Massachusetts. Nice. Carl asked what's my favorite place in the area. I mean, the Artisan Flower Shop Cafe is one of my favorites. Or maybe the Sweet Cats Cafe over on 617th Street, just off of Union Square. That's another great spot to hang out. So again, the Artisan Flower Shop Cafe, just off of 14th Street. Just off of 14th Street, 5th Avenue. We just passed. And then another one of my recommendations is the Sweet Cats Cafe. We've actually gone inside Sweet Cats. Actually, we also gone inside the Artisan Cafe also. Oleg Zygniew, good to see you. Slava Ukraini. Good to see everybody, people. Look at this corridor here. Like all the trees are blossoming. 12th Street. 12th Street. 5th Avenue. Good to see you, Frank M. Out in the park shooting hoops. Awesome. Enjoy the sunshine out there in New Jersey, Frank. Thanks for tuning on in. Thanks to everybody who's tuned on in. Another beautiful day today. Hit 200 likes. Thank you so much, guys. John Capola, absolutely a great day to be alive. Absolutely. Again, these are the kind of days where it's like, you know, this is why we take the really cold days and the really hot days. It's for days like today. And it's just like, yeah, this is why we live here. This is why we're willing to put up with all the bullshit. I have a feeling when we get to Washington Square Park, it's going to be really nice. It's going to be really alive, full of people. "11th Street. We are now crossing. Oh, you enjoy those short videos, Oleg? I appreciate that. I try to make my short videos kind of nice and kind of artsy and stuff. I want to make them like enjoyable, you know. There's a lot of bullshit on the short videos that I see anyway. Well, that's a good, you know, John, hey, you might be a little bit sore, but 18,000 steps is nothing to sneeze at. So you did a good job. Keep it up, John. Keep it up. Absolutely, Bat Lady. Absolutely. The green is starting to come in now, and it's really getting nice out. Yeah, the trees, the way all the trees are blooming. You know, that's why I kind of go nuts, kind of trying to capture all the trees and all the cherry blossoms blooming, because it only lasts like 8-10 days. So it's like so many blooming trees, so little time. Awesome, John. Set those goals there, my friend. Set those goals. A little windy corner here coming up. Little windy corner. Wow, we're making good time here. Only an hour and 12 minutes into our live stream here, and we are already approaching Washington Square Park. This is 9th Street we are crossing. Delayed green. Delayed green light in 3, 2, 1. Right green light. Wow. That's a full 10 count on that light. Look at that. That's a full 10 count. That's took a hot minute. Good to see you, Derek. Welcome. It's a beautiful day across the pond, Derek. I hope you're doing well. Derek, you're out there in Glasgow, right? Good to see you. What's the cheapest hotel? I do not keep track of hotel prices, so I have no idea. That is a question for the Google. Okay, Google, what's the cheapest hotel on Manhattan? Ooh, look at these. Look at these guys. Wow. They're really going. They're really, really pretty looking. Yeah, Google's your friend. Absolutely, Bat Lady. We're going to go back to Brooklyn Botanical Garden very soon. Probably later on this week, if not next week. Happy tax day there, Susan. A Roach Motel. I love the 80s. There you go. Derek, thank you so much for tuning in out there in Glasgow. Okay, Google. Should I trigger everyone's Alexas? Manny Explorers, good to see you. You prefer Google and YouTube to any other twisted social media anymore? Yes, absolutely. I don't know if I have the light here. Yeah, I don't have the light. Lately, the more complicated questions you have using ChatGPT to answer questions. Yes, ChatGPT is pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Google says the cheapest hotels on 31 Broadway, 31st Street and Broadway Hotel. Okay, there you go. Ah, there you go, Ian. Yes, Brooklyn Museum's right next door to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden over on Eastern Parkway. Yes, indeed. Ah, there you go, Leonard. There you go. Wow, $32 a night to stay in the 30s on Broadway? That's pretty amazing. I'd be worried about bed bugs, but you could always sleep inside of a garbage bag. Yeah, that's kind of wild. 32 bucks a night. Yeah, ask Siri. No, I like activating my Siri and then say, "Okay, Google," and then it laughs in the computer laughs in my face when it does that. There's the Washington Square Arch, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Can you hear the music? Washington Square Park coming up next. I know, does it have beds? Might be bring your own bed for that price. Who knows? Okay, the photos of the hotel are interesting. Jim, I'm going to go with that description of interesting. Oh, they got bunk beds? What? Those rooms are supposed to be tiny for them to have bunk beds. Absolutely, Manny. Absolutely. Here we are, everyone. Washington Square Park. The Washington Square Park Arch. Right here. And we got the band playing. I know there's some protests scheduled for later on this afternoon. Wow, where were these guys when I wish I could have these guys follow me throughout the whole tour. Good to see you there, Madam Mojo. Cleveland rocks. Saeed Efran, good to see you. Wow, the Golden Gate was closed due to the protesters. That's wild. Ah, you were just here, John? John, no doubt you got some great pictures. You kind of can't point the camera anywhere and get a bad picture. But good to see you, John. Happy you're back home. I think me and the Duchess will be taking the express bus home today. Wow, a lot of people picnicking on the grass. Look at how fluffy these trees are. Wow, really pretty. Yeah, Derek, that's the thing I love about New York is you get like these bands playing and it creates such a nice, cool vibe. Those trees are just everything. Those are great trees. Okay, let's go down this. Look at World Trade Center straight down the way. Let's go down Thompson Street here. Let's go down They're in the bus now. Nice. We usually take LaGuardia, which is a block over. We'll take Thompson today and see what it's like along Thompson Street. I have a feeling I'm going to get to the Oculus early. But the city is jumping today. The city is 299 people watching and only 219 likes. Can we get to 285 likes? That'll be fantastic. Or maybe even 300. If we can hit 300 likes, I'll be forever grateful. We're about to go down Thompson Street now. I appreciate that, John. Yeah, awesome vibes in the city today, yeah. Yeah, there's some new weird art along Park Avenue. It's like tires, from what I saw, Ramona. It's like painted tires. Absolutely, John. It's always lovely to walk with the dogs and bond with the neighbors. That's what living in a society is all about. Look at this beautiful Thompson Street, everybody. Approaching West 3rd. Ooh, there's a Dunkin' Donuts over here on West 3rd. Right up the block from the Irving Farm. Oh, duly noted. I did not know there was a Dunkin' Donuts here. That's good to know. Next time I'm perusing around Washington Square Park, hit up the Dunkin'. As we go down Thompson Street. Really pretty out here today. Real pretty out here today, I have to say. I always get a little weary walking past these parking garages now. Always get a little weary. Ooh, you know, this is the one time I'm actually appreciative of the scaffolding. It's nice and cool underneath the scaffolding here. Nice and cool underneath the scaffolding. It is gorgeous out. Good to see you there, Jennifer and Figments. Welcome. Keep on hitting that like button, guys. Let's get to 300 likes. Keep on hitting that like so more people can find the broadcast. But happy Monday, everybody. Okay, I think this is Bleecker. Yep. Yep. Scaffolding comes in handy every now and then. On rainy days and when the sun is really strong, scaffolding does come in handy. All right. This is Bleecker Street on a beautiful day. We are still going south along Thompson Street. My monitor on the phone is just at the point of having to dim, so it's getting bright and it's dimming, and it's getting bright and it's dimming again. It's a little disconcerting, but oh my God, a lot of people tuning in. Come on, guys. Keep on hitting that like button. More people will find the broadcast. We're at 243 likes, and there's 336 of you watching. I think so, Din Din. Yeah, I think we're coming up to the anniversary of that. Yeah. A year since the parking garage collapse down in Lower Manhattan on Ann Street. That street is still closed to this day, which is crazy. That little parking garage collapse did quite the number to that whole little area there where Pace University is. All right. We're coming up to Houston Street. Houston Street coming up, then after that we're officially in SoHo. We'll be officially in SoHo. I like this mural over here. Look at that mural. Good to see you, Leela. Out there in the great state of Georgia. A love letter. I love you like the flowers love the spring. I love you with the sirens that moon loves the sea. For the sun heats the earth. I love the way this. I love you this way because I don't know any other way to love. I like that. Ooh, love to love you, baby. Good to see you there, Karen. Karen J. McLean. Well, yeah, the city has closed many garages since then, including one in Coney Island, where the cracks in the side of the wall are so wide, you can sometimes see the light come out of the building. Next time you take the D train, keep a close eye on that. I like this. I love this mural. This is so cool. All right, continuing down Thompson Street, we're now south of Houston, SoHo. Welcome to SoHo. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. Ah, yes. I knew I was walking in the right spot. Ah, let's inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. The good luck spot right here. Oh, now I feel better. Well, good to see you, Arjan. Good to see everybody, people. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right. Beautiful streets in SoHo. Can you feel it? We're in SoHo, south of Houston. Ooh, it's like a... Ooh, it got a Mr. Bill for dogs. Oh, that's cool. Got a lot of cool toys here for your pet friends at home. That's cool. And then right next door, a really cool weed shop. I could buy my dog food and weed on the same block. There's so many weed shops now. I'm still not used to all the weed shops. I'm like so not used to it. Prince Street, everybody, if you're following along on the map. Prince Street. You're crossing Prince, going south along Thompson. In the back of my mind, I don't think I'll ever be used to all the weed shops here in New York. I don't think I'll ever be used to that. But then again, this is new Amsterdam. Look at that little cute little building. It's so cute. Yeah, awesome weather. Are they really on every corner in Florida? I thought it was illegal down in Florida. I thought Governor DeSantis did a no-no on that. All right. Wow. Okay. Oh, people are prevalent there with the booze. Yeah, there you go. It's Florida. The contemporary art has become outdated. Oh, this guy again. Remember this guy? We saw this guy over on the High Line. Has those weird sayings. Notification work today? Nice. We've been on for a while now. We've been on now for an hour and 28 minutes. Ooh, look at these flowers. That's pretty. Yes. Spring, baby. You gotta love it. Springtime in New York. We get a blink and it'll be 80, 90 degrees out here. Okay, I'm assuming this is Broome Street. I think this is. Broome Street. Oh, there's no. Oh, this is Spring Street. Okay, we're on Spring Street. This is Spring. That's the little dogs. Little doggies are out. Waiting for the light, impatiently waiting for the light. Ooh, this truck's gonna have a fun time squeezing down this block. We got all the cool stuff as they build the city. There's some great audio walking through there. Elistia from Turkey. Merhaba, Turkey. Good to see you. It's at least 70 of you guys who haven't even hit the like button. So keep on hitting that like button, guys, so more people can find the broadcast. We're going the speed of this Poland spring truck at the moment. As you see, we're flying, careening down the streets of New York, going as fast as a truck delivering water. There you go, John. Good to see you, Sandra. Welcome. We have made it to Canal Street. Or no, this is Broome. I'm sorry. We're not even on Canal Street yet. This is Broome, where Broome and Watts split off. And I forgot, we have this really cool mural here. This is a really cool mural. Statue of Liberty's got to have some tacos. Do I try any foot soaking? No, I do not, John. Cynthia Awesome from Cologne, Germany. Guten Tag. Guten Tag, Germany. All right, this is Watts Street here, so Watts splits off from Broome. This was supposed to be a highway entrance right here. If Lomex ever got built, there would have been a 6-lane highway right here. And I like this little signage here. Remember, kids, love yourself first. I approve that message. Oh yeah, this is the Lomex, Lower Manhattan Expressway, was supposed to come across town, across Broome Street, and right here at Watts, it would have dipped down into the Holland Tunnel. It would have destroyed the whole Flatiron District here, the whole cast iron building district here. To think that would have been a 6-lane highway. Thank God that never got built. And actually, I just realized the direction we're going is where the lady saved the possum the other day. That's literally coming up 2, 3 blocks ahead of us. Good to see you, Marty. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well on this Monday. Or Tuesday, if you're watching out there in New Zealand and Australia. Yeah, good old Bobby. He really wanted to get Lomex built. I mean, Lomex was like probably his first real big failure here in New York. Oh, these guys are building they're painting a mural across the street. And now we're on Grand Street. And oh, look at this. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Look at this. This is like I think this is just an ad, but it's a cool looking ad. Look at this. I can't get away from Coney, guys. Coney is all around me at all times. Look at that. That's wild. Got the Wonder Wheel there. I guess this is an ad for Uggs. See how cool Coney is? That's cool. And this little diner, a deli right here, this is where I bought some snacks after I covered the Village Halloween Parade. I took this little path over here to get to the train, but I picked up a sandwich right here. All right, is that cool? Wow, a lot of construction on this street. These guys painting an awesome mural for a beer. Enjoy, Derek, enjoy. Yeah, it's an ad for Dino's Wonder Wheel, kind of. Everyone go ride the Wonder Wheel if you visit New York. Wow, we made good time getting down here. Only took me 95 minutes to get to Canal Street from 59th Street in Midtown. Good to see you, Julie B. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. And yeah, we're coming up to this spot where we saw this lady save the possum. The lady saved the possum right here. This is finally paved Canal Street. Oh, look, I got a beautiful view of the Jenga building, 56 Leonard Street. I'm surprised the cars are letting us walk here because there's no lines in the street. But this is Canal Street. Good to see you, Rainier. Aloha. And our possum was saved right there. Let's walk through that little park. And this little road here, this is like an off-ramp from the Holland Tunnel. But our little possum was saved right here just a couple of days ago. And that was a really cool New York moment. Now look how pretty this park is. It's so pretty. I gotta make that a short, photos. I gotta make that a short. Yeah, she left the little possum right here in the grass. So hopefully somebody saved him.
On the side of Tribeca finally.
Wow, these trees in this park here are so pretty. And this park covers something very interesting. This is like a ventilation shaft for the tunnel. All right, coming up next, Ghostbusters Firehouse coming up next. Let's see if anyone inches here. And Mary Lily with a $10 super chat. Mary Lily, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $10 super chat. Mary Lily, thank you so much for sponsoring the live stream. And y'all have been super extremely generous with the super chats today. So thank you guys. We are now officially in Tribeca. Tribeca is short for Triangle Below Canal Street, even though it's not really a triangle. It's like octagonal. Now going south along Vark Street. And yeah, I could feel it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a suntan by the end. If I don't have it already, I'm going to have a suntan by the end of the live stream. And Activity 79 with a 10 Swedish krona super chat. Activity 79, thank you so much for the very generous 10 Swedish kronars. Thanks for joining today's 5 kronar club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated with a big 10 Swedish krona super chats. Thank you so much, Activity 79. Here, what are they filming? Let's see what they're filming over here. We'll read the production sign. This was my job, was to sit with the equipment. So I see somebody sitting over there. That used to be my job. Let's see. The Life List is filming here. The Life List. Okay. It's either a movie we're all going to hear and see, or nobody's going to hear and see about. Awesome, Bat Lady. Welcome back. Just in time to see the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Ghostbusters Firehouse back to normal after being all frozen for the new Ghostbusters movie premiere. It is the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Now you see, you got a nice crowd of people here. Got some very happy tourists taking selfies. Oh my God, people. Good to see you, Neville 6000. Welcome. Well, I'm going to call Simon. I have no idea, Simon. Good to see you. The crazy thing is that this is a functioning firehouse. So, pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of people out here. The interiors of the firehouse, that was actually in Los Angeles. If you didn't know. And please stand by, everyone. I'm having an issue with the VPN, so please stand by. Please stand by. There we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Having a little bit of a problem once again with the VPN. The VPN for some reason keeps disconnecting. Julie B is back. Welcome back, everyone. Make sure you hit the live button to make sure you are caught up with the broadcast. I hate when this VPN drops out. It's so annoying. I thought they rectified the situation. Ron N, good to see you. Welcome. Ah, there's the Jenga building coming into view. 56 Leonard Street. Right there. The ghost haunted the VPN, exactly. The ghost haunted the VPN. They just deployed. Engine and ladder 8. Engine 11, ladder 8. Off to the races they go. Now, right around the corner from the Ghostbusters Firehouse, this is where Taylor Swift lives. So for all you Swifties out there, heading out there, photos. Have a great day. It is a wild building, yeah. 56 Leonard. Wow, we lost 70 people. We lost 70 people in less than a minute. Who are these people that just immediately tune out? Good to see you, Catherine. Warm day. It's nice and warm. It's nice weather. It's not too hot. And in the sun, it gets a little warm, but once you're in the shade, it's really nice. All right, this is West Broadway. Let's go say hello to the blob. Let's go say hello to the blob of aluminum. It's no doubt getting lots of love today. No doubt the blob is getting lots of love today. Not you, still here? Appreciate that. I know all the good viewers stay tuned. Y'all know that I don't end the video unless I say goodnight, Mrs. Calabash. And I'm not ending the video. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, signal bouncing around down here today. Oh, I forgot, we're by the courthouses now. So the cell network is going to be a bit strained downtown. I think they do go back and forth. Yeah, they probably do go back and forth. I think they do. But now, yeah, the courthouses are like 4 or 5 blocks from here. So a lot of action happening. Not that far from here. And no, we are not going anywhere near the courthouses. Oh my goodness, there's a noticeable, somebody like must have punched this thing or something like that. There is a noticeable dent in the beam here. Can you guys see that? It's like a pretty good whack. Hey guys, look, it's a piece of the 2 orange peel sections. Yeah, somebody like whacked it. I don't know how they got that high up. But yes. Right, you see the dent? Well, no doubt they're going to come back and buff the bean again. Good to see Tammy from Ohio, recovering from hip replacement surgery. Just had a tooth pulled. Okay, Tammy, wow. Well, Tammy, I hope you're recovering well. Welcome to New York. We're wandering. Ooh, he's going to drive in a bike lane. This is nice. He is firmly in the bike lane. Did he use the bike lane to pass traffic? He did. Fucking small-dicked guy over there. Bloody hell. He really did use the bike lane just to pass traffic. Wow. It's always funny when drivers know they're doing something wrong and then like they don't want to look at you even though they know they're being filmed. Like you're doing. You look at it. He's lucky I'm not on a bike. I would have made examples. Anyway. But good to see you, Tammy. I hope you're recovering well. Hope everyone's recovering well on this Monday. Or if you're just hanging out with me, cooking dinner, cooking some lunch maybe if you're out there on the West Coast. Or if you're winding down the day in Europe. Or are you waking up with me out there in Australia and New Zealand? Good to see you, Neil. Welcome out there in Flatbush. The AT&T Long Lines building, right here, where no doubt this live stream is being recorded for perpetuity. And then right down the block This is Worth Street. And right down the block is where all the courthouses are. And where the dear leader is currently undergoing a jury selection. And if you're just tuning in now, I did have an experience with, they were either Proud Boys or United Front or American Patriot guys. They were kind of intimidating my car on the N train. They come on there, they have police body cameras running, and one of them had a massive DSLR. And good to see INL, a very strange building. But yes, they kind of looked at everybody in a rather menacing, threatening kind of way. They asked me, one of them asked me, the really thin, tiny one asked me, what's the next stop is? And I kind of fucked around with him saying, I can't hear you. Can you pull down your mask? And then he got a little bit louder. I ignored him. I said, can you pull your mask down? And no, he wouldn't pull his mask down. Then somebody else answered, Canal Street will be the next stop. Luckily, they were only on the train for one stop. But it was so ridiculous. They were like all covered up. They had the big Oakley sunglasses on and couldn't see their faces. Real patriots there, clearly not from New York City. Clearly not from New York City. But hey, if you're gonna interrupt my disco music time, I'm gonna fuck with you. Anyway, Tammy, I appreciate that, Tammy. Appreciate it, Tammy. Woo. Yes, a lot of people have come into town today to cause problems. So I do have my head on a bit of a swivel today. And especially when I get together with the Duchess, because she's going to be looking out of this world. So she's going to be looking gorgeous today. We're going to get all the stairs, and I'm going to keep my woman safe when I get together with her at the end of the live stream. But anyway, we are already at Reed Street. We're making really good time. So I guess what we'll do is I got to kill another hour of time here. So what I'm going to do is we'll keep on walking south, and we'll go by Wall Street, and we'll do a little loop down by Wall Street. And then we'll come back up as I'm meeting the Duchess over at the Oculus later. Yes, indeed, Zutro, yes. This is great weather. This is great weather. As I move away from the courthouse area, the signal is, yes, the signal is definitely improving. So, note to self, stay far away from the courthouses for the next few weeks, because no doubt the signal is going to be slammed down there. Whenever the Secret Service is in town, the cell network just gets slammed. Ed Allen, good to see you. I know, wait until next month, right? Yeah, when it gets nice and warm. Yeah, it gets nice and warm. I, for one, am ready for it. So many amazing buildings, yes indeed. Yeah, let's go down over to, let's walk Chambers Street here. This is Chambers Street. Good to see you, Emily Gangadine, welcome. Straight down the way is the Municipal Building. And then if we were to hang the left-hand turn at the Municipal Building, we will be over in Foley Square where all the courthouses are. But it is a mighty fine day out here today. Really nice weather. So where am I taking you guys to? We really have no plan, but we're gonna end at the World Trade Center. Right now we're gonna head over to, because I have another hour to kill, we're gonna head over to the stock exchange. We'll head down to where the stock exchange is and go see the scene there, and then maybe say hello to the Charging Bull before coming back up. To World Trade Center. Let's see here, the Powerball's at $63 million. And the Mega Millions is at $148 million. $148 million. Oh, awesome, Zutra. Yeah, and that's where we're gonna go now. We're now across the street from City Hall. Tweed Courthouse and City Hall right across the way. Good to see you, Tina. Welcome. Ooh, the cool breeze from the subway. That's how you know it's like really hot. It's like, oh, the subway's so nice and cool. I could feel the cool air coming out of the grates right here. It feels nice. We're now on Broadway, by the way. We're now on Broadway. And wow, yeah, let's go across the street. It's really pretty across the street. Wow, look at all like the blossoming trees and flowers. How pretty that is. Wow. Good to see you, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. I appreciate that, Zutra. Appreciate that. Look at that. Wow. Real pretty. That's the thing. You really got to catch these trees. They only last for so long. That's why I love showing you guys the blossoming trees. My favorite skyscraper in all of New York City, right there, the Woolworth building. Look at that. The Woolworth building, right there. Civic Stage Manager, welcome. Real beautiful out here today. Real beautiful. A Bay Ridge bound, for some reason, Q train is 4 minutes away. That might be one of those ghost trains. Yes, indeed, Bat Lady. Yes, indeed. Don't count. Can't count. City Hall is a pretty busy place. I mean, when there's protests and stuff, but today is pretty chill. Not too much going on here. The busy place today is over by the courthouses, Foley Square. A lot of people over there right now. At that area. My day's going along great. Gonna meet up with the Duchess after the live stream, and we're gonna go to the picnic pier over at Pier 15. It's gonna be a good day today. It already is a good day today. JC Droid, good to see you. Hope you're feeling well on this beautiful day. Somebody, I think the guy from Channel 11 has a live view solo running. He just zapped my signal. Oh yeah, Miles Miller from Channel 11 getting out of the car wreck back there. Karen asks, whereabouts is the Chrysler Building? The Chrysler Building is on Lexington Avenue and 42nd Street. So that's Midtown. But Lexington and 42nd Street. All right, Barclay Street. All these new. Yeah, Bat Lady, I'm going to the South Street Seaport after the live stream. The picnic pier is at Pier 15, so that's right next door to the main pier, Pier 17, at the South Street Seaport. So that's where I'm going to be heading over to today. Now we're just going to head over to the Stock Exchange and kind of do a loop around Lower Manhattan before returning back to the World Trade Center. And I think after once me and the Duchess get together, I'm going to have a drink over there. I'm going to try a drink over there at the picnic pier. Yes, Zutro. Yeah, there are two different Barclays. So Barclay Street is just the name of a street. I think it's named after a British politician from the British era of New York. And then Barclays Center is the name of a bank. It is a beautiful day out here, JC. Beautiful day out here. Really, really nice. Morning, welcome, Tammy. So we're coming up to Ann Street. And earlier in the live stream, we've mentioned the garage collapse. That happens literally just a block and a half down that way. We'll walk down Ann Street right now. Kind of do a little zigzag along Nassau and head down to the Stock Exchange, see what's going on down there. And then right over here is St. Paul's Chapel. There you go, Neville. Yes. All right. I think I said that. Oh, the old JNR Music World used to be right here. Now being turned into expensive apartments. But hey, if anyone wants to super chat me an apartment in there, it'd be much appreciated. Bottomless Coffee, good to see you. Enjoying the weather before it goes back to winter on Thursday. It's only going to be cold for a couple of days. Bottomless Coffee, good to see you. But I think I saw it for next week. We're going to get well into the 70s again next week. But we do have a little bit of a weather system come through on Thursday. And Activity 79 with another 27 Swedish krona super chat. Activity 79, thank you so much for the very generous 27. Thank you so much for the very generous 27 Swedish kronor. Thank you so much for joining today's 27 kronor club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big 27 Swedish kronor super chat. Thanks for sponsoring the live stream. Up to 37 Swedish kronor, so thank you so much there, Activity 79. And Enrico, good to see you. Enrico and his son David are watching. Good to see you. Ooh, we could walk down Ann Street. Let's walk down Ann Street, everybody. This is the street where we had the garage collapse. Let's see what it looks like down here. Wow. Look at this, guys. My first time walking down this street since that tragedy happened. Oh yeah, right here. All right, we got our signal back. Good to see you, Strawberry Fields. Welcome. All right. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here is where the infamous Ann Street parking garage collapse happened, right here. And it's like it's never even happened. The building is completely gone. And then it even opens up to the parking garage on the other side of the street. Wow, it's like it was never even here. John Smith, good to see you, welcome. Well, there it is. This is where the parking garage collapse happened, right here. And then this building here is part of Pace University. This is a residential building, and then this is a hotel right here, the A-Loft. Wow. But right there is a little creepy because it looks like it never was here. So, and then on the other side of the block, there's another parking garage right over there that opens up to, that's Beekman Street. So, wow. Like it never even happened. Like it never even existed. But right there, the Ann Street parking garage collapse site. Pretty scary. Yeah, no, the buildings are really clean and undamaged surrounding it, yeah. John Smith asks if I could shout out Mag Max to you. Okay. There you go. We don't need another hero. We don't need another way. We don't need another hero. The Thunderdome. We are having signal issues down here as we approach Fulton Street. You wonder what's under all these buildings. Well, you have a lot of subway lines. We have sewage lines, water lines, power lines, cable lines. All the infrastructure that keeps the city up and running are all underground here. Look at that shot. That's one of my favorite shots right there. One of my favorite shots. Glad you're enjoying it. I love the 80s. You're more than welcome for the company, Colleen. Around here, this is the old part of the city now. So, oh, here's the entrance to this building. It's an apartment building right here with really cool architecture. I don't know the name of it, but it's a cool building nonetheless. You don't know, but you figure that us New Yorkers enjoy living in such a beautiful city. Of course we do. That's what makes the suburbs death to me, Enrico. You come to a place like New York, it's beautiful, it's full of life, lots of variety of architecture, humans, and food. And then you go somewhere to any kind of suburban community around this country, and it's very monotonous, very boring. And to me, life in the suburbs is death. So, yeah. No other place I could live other than New York. No other place. We're having connection issues once again. You guys should have my audio, but I don't know about the visuals. We might be dropping frames every now and then now. Coming up to the Gold Depository. Filming location for Die Hard with a Vengeance. Can't believe how clean New York City streets are. You know, Derek, there is a cottage industry here in New York City to show how dirty the city is. And Yeah, this is why I love doing live streams. I'm not editing anything here. So you see, for the most part, New York City streets are pretty clean. But there are people who like to focus on the negative, and I get it. It's an easy way to get views and engagement. But I think, Derek, that I do show you guys the real New York from a lifelong New Yorker. Here is the New York Federal Reserve Bank. There is more gold in this basement than gold in Fort Knox. Fort Knox. Ha! It's for tourists. The whole movie of Die Hard with a Vengeance takes place literally right here on these streets. And Jim Brady's is still here, even though it's closed. Good to see you, Bobby, out there in Alaska. Where would you go live in New York? Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a great place to live. It's true. No, Strawberry, it's true. Yeah, most of us live streamers, we show you guys the real New York because we're not editing anything. People like Cash Jordan have now resorted to using AI-generated thumbnails and whatnot. And it is to create a sense of fear, a sense of chaos. And while, yes, a lot of the points people make are valid, it's not the everyday reality that we see. So yes, do we see crazy people on the subway? Absolutely. Are the streets dirty? In some places, yes. But for the most part, considering that there's almost 9 million of us living here within the 5 boroughs, it's actually pretty nice. And again, there's no other place I would live. No other place I would live. I think what we're going to do is we'll go to Federal Hall. If you haven't seen Federal Hall, we'll go to Federal Hall right now. It's everywhere. Exactly, Tammy. But again, there's a cottage industry here on YouTube to make New York seem like it's a terrible place. And I, for one, I would like to actually focus on the good. Well, let's head over to Federal Hall. I'll show you guys something cool. Right, the dominoes aren't here anymore, right? There's a cool art installation we played around with here, where it was all these lit up dominoes. I already missed them. But let's head into Federal Hall. Weird question, do the orange steam vents change locations? All the time, Karen, all the time. So the steam system here, the steam network, is always overpressurized. So we do have to vent the system in different places from time to time. Miss traveling to New York since you've been up? It's been a while since you've been up here. Well, come on back. We ain't going anywhere. Cecile, what's up, is tuning on in from Oregon. Welcome, Cecile. But there is no place like New York. Yes, indeed. Well, let's head into one of the most historic places in New York, Federal Hall. Now, if you do visit Federal Hall, you have to enter through the back of the building here at Pine Street. But this is probably one of the coolest places you could visit that doesn't cost a dime to visit. Now, we're about to head in there right now. Unless they're closed. Oh, they're open today, right? Yeah. They're closed like on the weekends. Yeah, open Monday through Friday. Ah, Federal Hall. Here we are, guys. This is where George Washington became our first president of the United States. The beautiful Grand Rotunda right here. So on the steps just in front of this building would have been where George Washington became our first president. This building here is the sub-treasury building, and this is like the third iteration. But this railing here, this railing is where George Washington, I think it was right here, this railing right here. This is where George Washington becomes our first president. And actually, look at this, guys. Probably one of my favorite artifacts to show off on the live stream. To think George Washington stood on top of this very stone it's coming, the date's coming up, April 30th, 1789. Good to see you there, Michelle. I have all my folks from Oregon checking on in. So yes, Julie, yeah. And actually, this predates, to a certain extent, this building predates the Capitol building. Or this building, the building that we're in right now doesn't, but the location. But look, see, that's the railing that George Washington, and that's up here. And let's see, do we have the Bible back? Let's see if we have the Bible back. So we have some cool little artifacts in here from, yeah, the Bible is not back. So usually they would actually have the Bible that George Washington did his inauguration on in this box. It's not here. It's still with the stone, it's still with the Freemasons. But this is the federal hall that George Washington became our president in. So it officially becomes Federal Hall. Originally, this was New York City Hall, but he did his inauguration right there. And then what's cool is you have all these little, this was like the inauguration procession right here. Mary McHugh, don't you love this? Me too. But this is the procession right here. This is the presidential inauguration procession here. Got a little model of it here. And then here's the man himself hanging out. Love this. And then we have some actual artifacts from the inauguration right here. So these are legit artifacts from 1789. Little ephemera. Isn't this cool, Tammy? You can really feel the history in this building here. And as you see, it's free to visit. This is considered a national park. So you could just come on in and visit and see all this stuff. And if anything, if there's, oh, here's the railing, by the way. Here's the railing right here. Some more of that railing. More than welcome, Cecile. Let's come into the other side here. Or is this closed off? Yeah, is this closed off? Let's see if we're going through the other side here. Good to see you, John Burke. Welcome. Let's see, is this closed off? Or can I show you guys this? Yes, I can show you guys this. So here is a replica. Here's a replica of George Washington's presidential desk. The original is actually in City Hall. And then we have a big rally. Look at this, we have a big rally across the street. A big rally for Palestine right across the street there. Right in front of the stock exchange. Wow. And then we have, of course, a really cool painting of George Washington. And then here, this is probably one of my favorite artifacts here. It's a painting here of George Washington doing his oath, signing in his oath of office there. And then in the background, you see, under construction, Trinity Church. Exactly, Karen, exactly. Then you have the whole, this is what it looked like on Inauguration Day. And how big was New York City when this all happened? Well, this is how big the city was. It was mostly south of Chambers Street at the time. Even the Collect Pond is on that map right there. And then at one point, a full-size replica of Federal Hall, when George Washington became our president, that version of Federal Hall was built in Bryant Park for a little bit. Exactly, the history is all around us. This is original, and some of these guys here are original. Some of these are reproductions, but this is a replica right here. And then we have some more kind of blueprints of Federal Hall. This is City Hall right here. That's City Hall. And then we have some more ephemera. But this is definitely a must-see. And again, what's the best part? It's absolutely free to visit. And if you use anything for this building, guess what? There's a great bathroom in this building here too. But this was the sub-treasury. So what happened was when you had sailors and merchants coming in from around the world via the ocean, via these ocean liners, they would have to declare their goods. And for many, many years, all these merchants would line up around this rotunda here. And if you look very closely, this is where the line would be. And there's a little divot here. There's a little divot where everybody was standing in line. I'm walking in the spot. You guys are walking in the spot where maybe hundreds of thousands of merchants stood and waited in line. Can you see it? It's right there. It's like a little bit of a dip because everybody rubbed away the marble here. Good to see a Marco from the future. But it goes all around the rotunda. But who knows how many hundreds there. It's really cool. You can really feel the history in here, guys. And let me show you the models. We have some models here. We'll start out with the first model. This is City Hall between 1703 and 1788. And this is how big the city is in 1730. It's tiny. But this is City Hall. And this eventually turns into Federal Hall. This is where George Washington becomes our president. This is between 1789 and 1790. And you see George Washington. He's having his inauguration right there. And you can see how big the city was. It's just beyond City Hall now. But this was Federal Hall. And then the building we're in now, this is the Customs House and Sub-Treasury. This was the Customs House between 1842 to 1862, and then the Sub-Treasury from 1862 to 1920. This is the building we're in right now. And this is where the statue of George Washington is. It's right there on the steps. It's currently, the facade of the building on the Wall Street side is undergoing a bit of refurbishment, so there's scaffolding in front of there. That's why you have to enter the building through the back at Pine Street. But this is a great spot where you could sit down. You really feel the history here. They always have a cool film playing here showing you the development of the city and Federal Hall. And then we have another model here. This is the Hamilton Grange. This is where Alexander Hamilton lived. This building still exists. It's way uptown on 145th Street in Morningside Heights. Or sorry, Hamilton Heights, because it's Alexander Hamilton. But the original location, 141st Street, and the proposed Alexander Hamilton Boulevard is in this model here. But it's pretty cool. The Hamilton Grange. Good to see you there, NYC girl. Welcome. But that is a great building. If you ever want to visit that building, it's really cool. Yeah, we got to visit the Hamilton Grange one of these days. All right. See, and we killed just enough time that we can now head back to the World Trade Center. And we're going to steer clear of that protest. I did want to say hello to Fearless Girl. Yeah, you do need permission to film there, yes. Hamilton Grange is a little small, so. Tammy, I am a licensed New York City tour guide, so I know quite a few things about the city and the history. I don't know, I will be the first to tell you I do not know everything. I do not nearly know everything. Does that make a turn? Yes, he is. Let's head over to Broadway here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da, 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 yeah, da, 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 da. Yeah, no, we don't need to see the protesters. We're not here to cover a protest. And plus, once we get amongst the protest, it kills the signal. So we tend to stay far away from that stuff. But there goes that news van again. I remember once making Michelle Charlesworth of Channel 7 busted laughter when I said it. Lots of scaffolding, Bat Lady. No, Zutro, you don't need a press pass just to cover events. What do we have going on here? We got like the riot patrol going north here. Well, always something going on. Always something going on. Let's head over to the World Trade Center. No, and it's not for the trial. The trial is to the north of us. That was a pro-Palestinian protest. And we're not going to open up that can of worms on the live stream. There's Trinity Church right there. Yeah, Buffalo has a Channel 7 Eyewitness News also. Eyewitness News is the flagship of the ABC television network. So there's Eyewitness News in Los Angeles and San Francisco and all that good stuff. All right, we got to somehow try to cross this street here without getting hit by a car, even though we have the light. But long ago the days of Bill Butel and Roger Grimsby. Yesterday, last night, Bill Ritter and Pedro, whatever his name is, for the Sunday Night News, they were really acting last night for the Sunday Night News. It was really annoying. Just give me the news straight. You don't need to act. The shit annoyed the fuck out of me last night. All right, so now we're coming up to the Zuccotti Park. Oh, damn! Yeah, they're like ready to go. They're like ready to go over here for some kind of a doings. Here's the publicly private operated space, POPs. This is where the Singer Building used to stand back in the day. But supposedly they're gonna try to reoccupy the park here. This is the home of the original Occupy Wall Street. After Occupy Wall Street, they did change the rules of this POPs location. So now once you set up anything or you try to put down like a bed or something like that, they clear you out of here. Dang. We're ready. They're ready, boy. They are ready. Hey, remember Occupy Wall Street? I'm proud to say I was a part of that back in the day. The protest scene has vastly changed since. Let's see how my friend's doing. How we doing, man? Did he find that pen yet? He hasn't found the pen yet, but he's survived the collapses of the World Trade Center. Double check hanging on out here amongst the tulips and amongst the protesters here in Lower Manhattan. Let's go to our final destination. Let's go to the World Trade Center. The tulips. I mean, we have been walking down through Manhattan all day today and just tulips everywhere. So nice. Real nice. Yes, indeed. We do love double check on this live stream. Ooh, I could smell these. I could smell them. I wish we had smell-o-vision, guys, because these smell really nice. That is Ramona's favorite statue, yes, indeed. Oh boy, look at it. It's got a big-ass tour group up ahead on the corner here. They're walking around like zombies. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh my goodness.
Oh, excuse me, please. Excuse me, thank you, guys.
No, that was not beautiful. And the dog taking the poop. Remember that the dog will poop again. Life goes on, people. The dog will poop again, without a doubt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, World Trade Centers. Ooh, did you guys hear that? Very young teenage boys objectifying women. That's not good. That's not good. Yes, indeed, strawberry. Yes, indeed. Life goes on, baby. Life goes on. The beautiful Greek Orthodox Church right there. The National Shrine to St. Nicholas. I mean, Michelle, you can't go wrong with the weather today. You can't go wrong with the weather. Ooh, Survivor Tree is already turning green already. No, I'm not headed to Brookfield Place. I'm heading to the Oculus. With a $2 super chat. Benjamin, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $2 super chat. Much appreciated there, Benjamin. Benjamin, thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. You guys have been, y'all have been extremely generous with the super chats today. So again, I want to thank everyone who has super chatted. Y'all have been very, very generous. So thank you guys. 10 out of 10, yeah. 10 out of 10 indeed. You know, we have just the right amount of clouds. I bet you the infinity point looks amazing right now. So let's say hello to Survivor Tree, and then we'll head over to the Oculus and wind down this live stream. This is Liberty Park. This elevated park called Liberty Park on top of the loading dock entrance for the trucks for the mall downstairs. And yes, some people like to poo-poo as of late on the mall. There was a mall here in the basement before. So, love the infinity point, me too. That's right, strawberry, appreciate that. We got the reflection of the sun coming off of One World Trade Center right here. This is what I love about the new buildings. They create this lighting here that's super unique. Michelle, you're more than welcome. Mark Cartwright, good to see you. You love Survivor Tree? Me too. It's pretty warm out here. If you're in the sun, it definitely feels like a summer day. But here's my favorite tree, Survivor Tree. You're more than welcome, Adam. You're more than welcome. But here's Survivor Tree, survivor of both collapses of the World Trade Center. It's a calorie pear tree. And it's looking great. We saw it all blooming in white. And like I always say, if there's anywhere you want to pose and smile in front of anything here at Memorial Plaza, do me a favor, as a lifelong New Yorker, pose and smile in front of Survivor Tree. It's a true monument to everybody we lost here on September 11th, 2001. That's my favorite picture. If you want to take a good picture, that is a good picture to take. Yeah, it's the only one blooming, Julie. Survivor Tree is the first tree to bloom in the spring and the last tree to lose its leaves in the autumn. So it's a real testament to the vitality of this beautiful city of ours. And it looks like once again, yes, please stand by everybody. We're having a problem with the VPN again. And there we go, we're back. All right, that's the message right there, resilience, exactly. Exactly, strawberry. That's always good to know. Look how beautiful. It just stands out amongst all the trees here. All right, let's head over to the infinity point. Now, while I do like the new World Trade Center, I'll give anything to have the old Twin Towers back. So the North Tower void here is currently undergoing a bit of refurbishment. So the fountain isn't on here at the North Tower. I heard it's going to be down for a few months. So North Tower is being refurbished a little bit. That's why you don't hear any water coming out of the North Tower. Yes. See, when you get a little bit of clouds on it, it looks like it just disappears. Look at that. There's our One World Trade Center, the Infinity Point. Right there. Looking great today, my goodness. Looking so cool today. Not cool, guys? Looks like it just goes on forever. That is actually the catchphrase for the One World Observatory. It's see forever. It is quite beautiful. All right, we're gonna head over into the shade next to the Oculus. Wow, today's such a nice day. I don't feel like I've done 12,000 steps. I don't feel like I walked, like, was it 5.1 miles I think we just did? We certainly got to see a nice chunk of New York City today. Starting out up at Midtown, making our way all the way down Fifth Avenue, Washington Square Park. Even did a little loop down here, Lower Manhattan, and Federal Hall, Ghostbusters Firehouse. My goodness. We have seen so many beautiful sights today. I'm glad y'all were hanging out with me. Some of y'all were hanging out with me since the beginning, so I really do appreciate that. The beautiful Oculus. Right here, the World Trade Center Transportation Hub. You're more than welcome, Din Din. Yeah, we got a lot to see today. We really did. We did cover a lot of territory, which I like to do. I love taking you guys around town. We're going to end with this really cool art piece called A Wildlife for Wildlife. Appreciate that, Julie. Well, one like is enough. That's all I need. I like how everybody waits in line patiently to ride the bicycle with the animals. Yes! We have made it! Beautiful day in New York. Top 10 weather day here in New York. A wildlife for wildlife. Well, Simon, you're more than welcome for the live stream. Is it your first time finding this nonsense? Make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name, at Dutch Moz, and make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. We'll be back at it tomorrow, probably around 2 o'clock Eastern time. So tune on in. And Derek Ferry with a 10-pound super chat. Derek, thank you so much. Bloody hell, Derek. Thank you so much for the very generous Steve Cruz. Thank you so much for the $150 super chat. Bloody hell, Derek. Steve Cruz. Steve Cruz, thank you so much for that. Very generous. You're now up to $200 for today. Bloody hell, Steve Cruz. I really do hope I entertained you for the last 2.5 hours. That is very generous of you, Steve. Steve, thank you so much for that very generous $200 super chats. That is very, very kind of you, my friend. That is you have been very kind to me all this month, and we're only halfway through the month. So, Derek, and Steve Cruz. Thank you so much, Steve. Out down there in New Orleans, the Big Easy, with a big $150 super chat. Bloody hell! I'm glad I kept you entertained. And that is very, very kind of you, Steve. Steve, that is very, very kind of you. So thank you so much. That is awfully, awfully kind of you. So thank you so much. And it's tax day, so you're making tax day a lot easier to swallow today. So thank you guys so much. But from the World Trade Center here in Lower Manhattan, this is Dutch Moss signing off. Have a fantastic New York day. Whether you live here or not, I want you to hug your loved ones, cherish those sweet moments. And good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.